How you doing? So, today I want to talk about something that's hard to do on the console. It's measuring DPS. Now, what we see before us, what we're seeing right now, is the Elite Japori Patrol, Japori System Patrol. Because I was told by someone who, in my opinion, knows what he's talking about. Because he's one of those guys who's, you see him in a TFO, he's got this hardcore ship, probably doing 80, 100,000 DPS with his, just going around an elite TFO and taking out dreadnoughts in like 10 seconds. Yeah, it's fun. And that's cool. I mean, I don't want to do that. Because he's explaining to me, like, the ways we had gone into a different TFO, and we were talking, he was telling me all how to do that. And I was like, well, that's a lot of measuring. And that's cool if that's your goal. That is not my goal. But I still would like to measure what my DPS is. So he told me, gave me a formula to go into the Japori system. The Elite Japori the Elite Japori Patrol. And he has the total hit points of all the enemies combined. And you divide that by the amount of seconds it takes to do that, which is what I'm doing here. Now, I've shown that I can do elite patrols, but it takes like half an hour because I do not have an overpowered 100,000 DPS ship at all. So my average on this, and you can see it's a mix of cannon and beams, but it is all phasers. But, I maintain that as long as it's all phasers, throwing a couple dual beams, throwing a dual beam and an omni beam on a cannon build isn't going to hurt you that much. So, based on the calculations, I got an average of 25,000 DPS doing this. But I still wanted to know, the flaws that I notice in this test are, it's counting the times you're not shooting. It's an average of, forward arc, side arc, and rear arc damage, which this ship, because of that Tempest cannon, does decent rear arc damage. But side arc, it does not. You're either forward or rear. If you're on the side, it's not going to, like right here. See, it's measuring the time, but not the damage, because there's no damage being affected. Oh, there's now, but anyway. I did die like 5 times in this thing, maybe 6, and I did stop my own timer when I died and during the respawn process. And anytime I had to flee the battlefield to save my own life, to not die a 7th time, I stopped the count. Because I'm not going to lie, these elite TFOs are monstrous. Look how long it's taking to kill a frigate. A frigate. He won't die. But anyway. So I found a way. Well, I didn't find. I kind of stumbled across a way to measure it without that. And that's when you get those endeavors that say do this much phaser damage or this much. And I think mine was do inflict 500,000 phaser damage. I was like, that's neat. So we're going to do that at this time. And then, so let's transition real quick. So this is the ship we were using. The Tempest class escort T5U from the C store. It is, I love it. I think it's a monster. It just beats people down. So at the time, let's see what we're rocking. It is a phaser build. Right now, so at the time in the last little video clip, this slot had a dual beam bank in it. And this slot had a omnidirectional phaser beam in it. So I've switched that to all cannons and stuff. So you have prolonged engagement, phaser dual heavy cannons, quantum torpedo, and the phaser quad cannons. You got the Tempest tail gun, which is, I love. A standard phaser turret, photon torpedo launcher, and trilithium enhanced phaser turret. We got the Braden set here, obelisk for speed. You know, plus phaser, plus phaser, plus phaser, plus phaser, and disruptor, and photon torpedo. Now I know if I put the biomolecular photon torpedo or the biomolecular turret in here, I'll get another phaser boost, but I already have that on the other ship. Another ship. And more plus phaser. We got that. We got that. We got that. That. On that. Which is, I love that thing. It looks neat. But if you shoot it, if you fire that too close to yourself, it'll kill you. So that's what we're going to use in this next video clip. And then what do we got over here? Yeah. Defense rating 90. So it's kind of hard to hit it. Accuracy rating 60. Hulls 89,000. I guess I got to push that, huh? Got all these other stats. So there we go. That's what we're working with here. So, using that build, I went into this doing the brush fire mission on advanced difficulty because I'm done with elite for right now, and maybe one day I'll get a hardcore ship like that, but no elites. So anyway, we've got a phaser damage counter right next to us, and I did a little earlier. So, and the reason I'm doing brush fire is because I want the Omni disruptor for another ship. That's a different story. So, analyzing second by second the numbers from this, I think the max I clocked myself at was, like in max burst DPS, was like 31,000 DPS. Now I'm going to leave the whole video up even after I stop talking, so anyone else who watches this and is interested can do their own clocking and see if I missed a spot, or I think it was like 850 in the video to 850 something else. And right up here we skip ahead because I stopped recording and then it started again. I think it's like from 400, in the 400,000 areas when I got like the 30,000. I did it again in like from 30,000 to 70,000 real quick, and then again from 430,000 to 471 or something like that. Anyway, the math I got me the max DPS of 31,000. So if anyone has got a better way, or another way, any way to measure DPS on console, let me know. But as far as I know, as long as you have all the same, plus it's not even counting my torpedoes, because this is phaser damage and the torpedoes are not phasers. But as far as tracking real-time right now DPS as opposed to average DPS, the only way I can think of is to outfit your ship with all the same weapon type and wait for an endeavor to pop up saying do X amount of whatever damage you're going for. And you'll have to manually get your torpedo damage. But yeah, that's the video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it helps. Let me know any other suggestions. Alright, signing off. See you later.